Let's create a product with Printful Design Editor. First, you need to choose a product. There are two options. You can click on Create Template, or you can click on your store and add the product directly to the store. I made another video explaining the differences. The editor looks the same for both options. For this example, I'll start creating a template. Click on Create Template, then click Create Product. On the side menu, you can browse products by category to find what you're looking for. When it comes to products, you'll notice you have a few options, including different brands for the same items. For specialized products like toys and accessories, there is usually only one brand available, so you can choose. However, for items like t-shirts, there are tons of brands to choose from. Do your research to find a t-shirt brand that suits you best in terms of price and quality. There are videos on YouTube available where people compare different brands to help you decide. After you choose a brand, you'll enter the design editor. In this example, I choose women clothing, then selected t-shirt and picked the first option just because. Now I'm in the design editor. Let's see what we have here. At the top, there is an option to change the name of the product, but this is only for the template products. There's also an option to change the product. This is useful if you decide not to design this one and want to switch to something else. When you click it, the full catalog opens and you can choose a new product to design. In the middle, you'll see a mock-up of the t-shirt you're designing, showing how it will look when finished. Above the mock-up, there are options to design different parts of the t-shirt, such as front, back, sleeves, and inside or outside label. Not all products have all these options, so if you want to design something specific, like on the sleeves, make sure to choose a product that supports that. On the left side, you have the editor menu, and the other panel is for details about the part you're designing. The first option in the menu is the product details. Here you can see the reviews the product has received, and next to it there are more details. This is important because some of this information is useful for designing. The details are specific for each product, so it's a good idea to read them before you start. In the Info tab, you'll find the product's price, which is the cost before printing and shipping. This cost depends on the setting you add. In the Pricing tab, you can see more details about how the pricing works. There's also a product description section. You can use this when publishing the product, but Printful's publishing process automatically includes some important information. This is helpful if your customers have questions about the product. You can find the details here and add them to the description if needed. In the Pricing tab, you'll find more details about the printing cost. This is added to the product production cost, so you need to calculate it. Don't worry though, after creating the product, Printful will show you the total cost to print it. However, it's a good idea to check this if you plan to design on multiple areas or add embroidery, which is more expensive. The next tab is crucial when you start designing. If you prefer creating the design in other tools like Canva or Photoshop, you'll need the design dimension to ensure it fits the product properly. This information is provided in the PSD file. The last tab is for reviews, which can help you are unsure whether this is the right product to sell. After reviewing these tabs, let's set some details in the panel. Decide how you want to produce the product, either with printing or embroidery. Next, you'll see a list of color options. The number of colors depends on the product. Some of them have only one color. It's a good idea to choose 3 to 5 colors option, not more. If you want more color, consider creating multiple products in your store with different color options. Too many choices can overwhelm customer, causing them to leave the page. Lastly, you'll select the size you want to sell. You can include all sizes in one product, since most people already know their size. Printful also provides a size chart that you can add to the product to help customers make the right choice. Let's see how to upload a ready-made design to the Printful design page. Navigate to the product you want to customize or start creating a new product. Select the area you want to place your design, like the front or back of the product. In the left menu, you will find the upload option. When you click it, a pop-up appears showing the file already in your library. You can search for previously uploaded file by name. You can upload new files from your computer or other sources. In the recently used section, you can select designs you've used before. Below that, you'll find all other files. When you hover over an image, you'll see 3 dots. Clicking on them, open a menu where you can preview, download, or delete a file. To use a file, click Apply, and it will appear on the product mockup. When you add the design to the product, you'll see the lines marking the printing area. Anything you add outside this area will not print it, and it will disappear if you extended the design beyond these lines. To know the size of the product printing area, so you can prepare the design for upload to Printful, click on the product you want to upload. In the pricing and file guidelines section, you can find the exact size of the product design. Make sure the design is high quality with at least 150 dpi according to Printful, and scale to the actual size of the product. I create all my design on Canva and use 4500 by 5400 pixels and 300 dpi because this works for most print-on-demand websites. However, you might need to adjust each product to ensure the design fits perfectly within the printing area. Once the design is on the mockup, a new menu appears at the top where you can customize the design. You can resize and reposition it using your mouse. When you click on the transform button, you can see the changes and add exact number for adjustments. This feature is important if you want to use automation tool like TaskMagic to upload products quickly. While it provides some customization option for the design, it doesn't offer the same flexibility as the Printify design tool. When you click on position, there is no option to enter exact numbers, which can be a challenge when using automation. You can adjust the position by clicking on the buttons, but it's not as precise as typing numbers or using your mouse for fine adjustment with the automation. If you want to crop the design, click crop and trim the extra parts, and then save. If you want to use the design as pattern, click pattern, where you'll find option for spreading the design in different way. This is great for all over prints. You can also remove the background if needed and save the design for reuse later. On the side, you'll see information about the file you're working on. If you upload more than one image, the file will appear stacked on the side, representing the layers of the design. You can rearrange these layers to place one design over or under another. If you are in a different tab, you can click on the image, and it will return to the Layers panel. The next tab is for adding text. You'll find some ready-made design you can use. To start, you can click on one of the designs or write something in the text box. When you click on the text itself on the mockup, a new menu appears at the top where you can customize text as you like. By clicking on color, you can choose a color for the text or even add an image to it for the background. I couldn't find a way to add more images for the text background. If you want a different text style, you need to design it using another tool and then upload it as an image. If you have an idea of how to add more designs for the text background, please share it in the comments. The next tab is for fonts. If you know the font name, you can search for it. In the filter, you have the option to sort fonts by similarities, allowing you to see all relevant fonts at once. When you search or filter, the results will appear here. There is also a tab for commonly used fonts that other users often select for designing. You can heart a font you like to save it for future use. To do this, click on the heart icon next to the font. Later, you can view your saved fonts by clicking on the heart icon at the top, which will show a list of all the fonts you've marked. You can't upload your own fonts. I think this is because Printful doesn't want to deal with copyrighted fonts. Here you can adjust the font size or spacing. We can also change the size by dragging the text directly. If you want to rotate the text, click on Transform, and you can adjust the rotation by entering a specific number. The position option lets you align the text by clicking the alignment buttons. This is useful for finalizing your design and ensuring the text is exactly in the middle, at the top, or wherever you want it. The other options are straightforward. You can arc the text, add a shadow, or add an outline by customizing the curve or colors using the tool on the side. When you add these effects, you can adjust the size of the outline or shadow to suit your design. You can also save the text you've designed for future use. To do this, click Save Design. When you want to use it again, go to Save Designs. Find it there and click on it to add it to your current design. After adding it, drag the text slightly to open the design menu at the top. When you go to the text tab, where you can edit the text as needed. In the Clipart tab, you can search for the artwork you want to add. You can heart Clipart by hovering over it and clicking the heart icon. You can also browse through different categories to find specific clip art. For some clip art, you can change its color. If you see a colorful drop icon, you can add the Clipart to your design and then change its color by clicking on the color option and selecting your desired shade. All Clipart can be resized and rotate. You can adjust its position by dragging it with your mouse or by using the position tool in the menu. You can also create a pattern with Clipart, just like with uploaded images. If your design has multiple layers, ensure you're editing the correct layer. To do this, click on the Layers tab to select the layer you want to modify, or click directly on the item to access its layer. In the Quick Design tab, you'll find designs created with elements that are either free or require an extra payment. Click on one of them to see how they were made. You can change the text, font, and color, or adjust the color of the Clipart. It's a good idea to go over this for inspiration. However, you should never use them exactly as they are, as you can face copyright issues, especially if you sell on other marketplaces. Some people might use this design without changes, and it could look like you copied their work. You can use up to 2 elements with Quick Design or the design you've saved. The next tab is for premium content, which requires an additional payment each time you print the product. It costs $1 for each image you add from the premium tab each time you print. You can use images, vectors, and pattern for this section. The next is for filling the background of the entire design. It's best to use it for products that allows all over printing, as using it on other products might show the edges of the printing areas. Before you save the product and continue adding it to your store, there are a few more things you should know about the editor. At the bottom of the product, you'll find adjustable buttons. This lets you change the size of the product mockup, allowing you to zoom in for finer adjustment or zoom out to see the whole design. If you prefer to design the product without seeing the mockup of the shirt, you can click on Hide Mockup. On the right side, there are a few buttons. The first one lets you view all the placements of the design on the product after you designed it, so you can see what you've created if you have multiple placements. This helps you make sure you haven't missed anything, and you can make changes to all placements at once. If you want to go back to the design, you can click on Back to Design. Next, you can view the product on the full screen. There is also an option to see the grid of the product, which shows the middle and the printing areas. This is useful for aligning your design and if you don't want the printing areas to be in the way. You can turn off the grid while designing. The drop button is useful if you've designed something and noticed it appears in a different colors than what you initially created. This button will show you how the colors were adjusted to match the product background color. Next, you have the option to add the design to other products. At the bottom, you'll find the Shirt button. When you click on it, you can add the design to other products, up to 5 products at once. You can choose from the option they provide, or click at the top to access the catalog and find additional products. Once you've done, you'll see the 5 products in the template menu. You need to add each product to your store separately. When you are on Printful template page, you can see all the templates you have created in the past. At the top, you will find the collections, which are folders that help you organize your templates. If you haven't created any collection yet, you won't see anything there. Below that, you can browse through the templates by clicking on the side navigation or search for the template you want using keywords. When you hover over the template image, you can see a few options. Clicking Edit will take you back to the design tool so you can make changes if needed. Clicking Add to Store will prompt you to choose your store and add more details about the product based on the store you've connected to Printful. When you click the 3 dots, you'll see more options. The first option is to place an order, which is useful if you sell a product in different way or make changes to the design and want to send it to the customer. Viewing the template takes you to a different page where you can make an order, download the mockup, or add the product to your store. You can also see the product details, which is helpful if you want to copy them or answer customer questions. Clicking the 3 dots will give you more options, which are the same as those on the main template page. Back on the main template page, The options in the short menu are the same as what we saw on the previous page. If you don't have a store and you want to use Printful to print something such as for a reunion, when you want everyone to order the t-shirt, or if you haven't built your store yet and want to sell the product separately, you can send people a Printful link that will show your product and handle the selling for you. To do this, click Share. And then you have a few options. First, you need to have the product set to view only, so other people can see the product without logging in to Printful. After that, you'll get a link that everyone can use to view the product but not make any changes. The next option is to sell the product, and if you want only authorized people to see it, you can choose the option to add email addresses. This way, only those with the authorized email address will be able to view the product. The next option allows you to request that Printful charge you for the product. This is useful if you want a group of people to choose their size, but you are the one managing the order and payments, or if they've paid you through a different method. If you want them to be able to pay for their order, keep this option gray, inactive. You can also add a personalized message by clicking the option and writing whatever you'd like. After making your choices, you can click the button to get the link for the product page. If you choose to let people buy directly from Printful, sending them the link will allow them to order and pay for the product themselves. This is a cool option for making it easy for others to purchase the product without you needing to handle payments manually. If you choose to pay for the order yourself, it's not automatic. The customer will place the order and you need to approve and pay for it through your account. Next, you can rename the product template. This is helpful if you want to make it easier to search for the product you've created. You can also change the name on the product design page by clicking on the name option at the top left. However, you won't see the option to rename the product when creating the product directly in your store. You also have the option to download mockups. This will open a page where you can customize the mockup and then download it. I will cover those options in another video. Next, you can add the product to a collection. Collections are folders that help you organize your product so you can find them easily, especially in a large list of templates. You can add the same product to multiple collections. To create a new collection, click Add New. Give it a name, choose a color, which will be the color for the collection icon, and then select an icon. This is for your reference, so it's easier to find specific products, especially if you have products with a similar design color or product color. You can edit the collection name, color, and icon by clicking on the three dots next to the collection folder and choosing Edit. Alternatively, when you are inside the collection folder, you also have these options at the top. Additionally, you can create folders inside other folders. To do this, first ensure you have another collection folder, then click on Move or drag it, and it will add that collection folder to the other collection. When adding products to a collection that is inside other collection, you need to first open the main parent collection, then select the sub collection, the inside collection, to ensure the product is added to the correct collection. Otherwise, the product will be added to the general parent collection, not the sub collection. To delete a collection, click on the three dots next to the collection. You'll then need to decide if you want to delete just the collection itself or all of the products within that collection, along with the collection folder. Once you've made your choice, confirm the deletion and the collection will be deleted. If you delete a collection that contains another collection inside it, both collections will be deleted. However, you can choose to leave the product unattached when deleting multiple collections. This ensures that the products are not removed along with the collections. Another option is to create a promo, which I will cover in a future video. You can also duplicate the template if you want to make changes, but keep the original. Finally, you have the option to delete the template if you no longer need it. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.